What's up, lawn dogs? Jeff Foster here, Ulnar Lawn Care, ulnarlawncare.com. Hey, check out that desk in the background, that printer sitting all that well. Improvements are coming. Stick around. I'll tell you why I haven't posted a video in so long. Some big news to let you guys know about. All right, I'll be right back. All right, lawn dogs. You saw the old desk a minute ago. Let's check it out, the new one. All right, hold on. Let me get a better shot of this. This is the new workspace. Had to upgrade the desk. Got a little L shape here. You know, still growing this little office area. Still got the old desk over there for, you know, books and papers and stuff. But anyway, yeah, that's it. 2 screens, get ready to work. I'm gonna sit down and tell you what's going on. So big news, big news. Hope you're ready for it. All right. All right, lawn dogs, let me tell you what's going on. So, a little story to tell you. Let me start from the beginning. When I got out in July, I moved back here to Fremont, Michigan, and my actual exit date in the Army wasn't until September, but we were on transition leave. So came back in July and started my lawn care business, Ulnar Lawn Care. At that time, I joined the Chamber of Commerce and went and did some small marketing stuff, sent out EDM cards and stuff like that. Well, because I went to the Chamber of Commerce, I put a little news conference type thing in their little newsletter. Just saying who I am, what I'm about, what I'm doing, why I'm here, and you know, just trying to get my name out there. Well, another guy who owns a different lawn care business, his wife saw the little ad in the paper and mentioned it to him that a new competitor was in town. Well, it's just a coincidence that she saw that, and then probably 2 days later, he saw me pulling into my driveway with my truck and followed me in. At first, thought it was a little weird, like, okay, why is this guy following me in my driveway? But when I introduced myself, he introduced himself. Name was Mark Wynn, and Mark was telling me, he's like, hey, you know, I own a business in town called Clean Cuts Lawn Care. And I go, oh yeah, I've seen your trucks. They're red and driving around town doing lawns. It does a couple properties in my neighborhood. So I was talking to Mark, and he just mentioned to me that he's thinking about selling his business. He's been doing it for 10 years. He started it with his kids. Kind of went into the story of why he started Clean Cuts. I guess an old lady in a trailer park needed someone to cut her lawn, and he's a teacher, and it was going over to school announcements. He's like, you know what, my boys can do it, and his boys started doing it with him, and then next thing you know, they went from 1 yard in the trailer park to 5 to 10, and it went crazy, and his kids were making too much money. So he went with it, and then he grew it over the 10 years he owned it. But he's a full-time teacher, and it's to the point now where he can't manage it and be a teacher at the same time. It's just too much work on him and his family. His kids are growing up, and they're out and they're off to college and doing other things. And not teacher, I think one of his kids is starting his own business, not in lawn care, but something else. Anyway, but he told me that, and he's like, hey, you interested in possibly purchasing my equipment and stuff like that? And I'm like, clients, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's worth looking into. You always say no after you look into it, right? Well, we met a couple weeks later, and from that we went on and started looking at numbers, looking at it, and I brought the wife involved, you know, because this is not a decision that we were going to take lightly if we were going to do this. And so me and the wife, we sat down, met him, and went over things, and went home and talked about it for about a week. And this is all happening over, you know, August, September time frame, probably more in August. And then I went with him and said, I went home and me and my wife said, this looks good, this looks promising. We ran the numbers and we're like, yeah, let's do this. So I called Mark and said, hey, Mark, I'm interested in. The problem I have is I've only been in business for 3 months and my credit score at the time wasn't that good. So I said, I don't know how I'm going to get a business loan. That's the issue I've got. Mark's like, well, let's see what we can do. He gave me contacts of some local business banks in town because I'm still new and still learning a lot. And so I went to one bank, and the bank held on to it for a while. They kind of held on to all of our paperwork for a long time and ended up, saying no because it was me, not him. I haven't been in business long enough. All the issues that I presented to Mark were issues. The credit score wasn't great, but the biggest thing was it was a big risk on a brand new business owner. Even though the cash flow's there with his clients and all this stuff coming over, the cash flow is great. It just was too much of a risk, and I understood that, and I kind of already knew that. I just wish they didn't hold on to it so long until us, because now we're getting to the end of December over Christmas, and of course, everything slows down a little bit around the holidays. The holidays came, and we pursued a couple other avenues, a couple other banks, and they both basically said the same thing. After the first of the year, the banks are like, "Hey, listen, it's not." They liked us. It wasn't nothing personal. It's just I haven't been in business long enough. And I understood that. I understood the issue. And I mentioned to Mark, maybe land contracts the way to go, or we work out something just between me and you. Keep the banks out of it altogether. So, we tried those routes, and then, after, what was it, January 5th, 6th, we kind of got the final word from the banks, and we decided, this isn't going to work. So, me and Mark sat down, we met again, and we decided just to go with something between two of us. He's confident. He's confident in the business, being successful. I'm confident in the business being successful. I know it will be successful. So we sat down and went over paperwork. So we agreed on it. We came up with terms. Mark went back and wrote down the contracts. So basically what we have is we had a contract for the equipment, a contract for the good faith contract for his customer list and all that stuff. I know a lot of people out there in the lawn care business that don't buy customers, but to me that's just a foolish statement. I mean, you have to weigh every situation differently. Sometimes it's probably not wise to buy customers, but sometimes it is very wise to buy customers, and I think this is one of those. That now puts, instead of 3 lawn care businesses in our area, from what I understand, there's only there was more than 3. I think there was maybe 4, but now we're kind of combining one, so it's brings the competition down a little bit more. And so we went. Me and Mark came up with the numbers. We sat down, and just last week, so it would have been, I think it was Wednesday, we signed the papers. So Wednesday, what would that date be? Let me look real quick on the calendar. The 22nd. January 22nd, me and Mark, this guy right here, hope you can see him, we sat down at my table upstairs, went over everything, and agreed to the terms of my purchase of Clean Cuts Lawn Care. Exciting. I'm excited. You saw my work desk. That's why I upgraded it over the weekend. It's still not like anything fancy. 50,000 pieces to put together on Friday. I think I spent 3 hours putting this damn thing together. But I needed workspace because I realized last week when I was getting my contracts out, I didn't have enough room to really work down here. It's my wife's grandma's desk back there behind me, and I'm not getting rid of it. I'm going to use it as another desk, but it's just too small. So anyway, the big first step was to get the contracts out. And with the contracts I sent out, Mark also had a letter in there. And all his customers, it went in Clean Cuts letterhead. It went in Clean Cuts envelope. So they knew who it was coming from. And in the contracts were another letter that said, what was going on, Mark's staying on, which is good. Mark's going to stay on for a year as a consultant, just kind of helping me out. Also working during the summertime because he's a teacher, so he has summer off if I need him in the summertime. But we'll see where we're at. I don't think I'll need him, but maybe once in a while if I decide to go camping or something, we'll have him fill in our fry or something. But anyway, he's gonna stick around and help me with all the little questions when it comes to like helping a quote a job that I may not be too familiar with yet. I feel like I got a handle on most of it. There's some things that I haven't ran into yet, and I know it. I haven't had to do mulching. This would be my first spring with mulching, so Mark's gonna help me out with that. We're gonna do it his way. He's gonna show me how he did it, and you know, we'll do it pretty much his way this year, and then you know, I'll adjust if I feel I need to make some small adjustments. But why reinvent the wheel if his way is working for him and his customers are happy? Why would I change it right now? If anything like that, if I can improve it, I'll improve it later. But Mark's agreed to help me with that. I got 2 of his employees coming back. He already talked to them. They are happy. They're excited. They kind of knew I think he was thinking about selling it, but they're on board with me. I also have Morgan, which you met. She's coming back to me. She's not going to work at her summer job last year. She's going to come from me, make a little more money, and be a little more stress-free, I guess. Her last job would give her some a little more stress than what she wanted. But anyway, but yeah, so that's exciting. That's where we're at. So I'm going to go over what we did. I'm going to show you here at the end of this video, but I want to give you guys an update because I haven't put out a video in probably a month and a half. It's just been crazy. We've been working on this deal for so long that this is, you know, as much as I love making these videos, it was kind of hard for me to sit down and just do this. Plus, with the plowing, you know, it always plowed every freaking week or snowed every weekend. All week long, there's no snow, and then every weekend here it's snowing, and I'm spending my weekends plowing. And my kids and wife are home, and I don't even get to spend time with them because I'm out pushing snow. Which, you know, I've kind of liked it so far, for the most part, plowing. But for my first year, but it hasn't really been a great winter for us up here for snow pushing. But here, I wanted to give you that update, and hope you guys are having a good winter. I'm going to show you what the first step is, and I'll show you kind of what we did with those contracts here, and then I'm going to let you guys go after that. And I'm going to try to post more videos. I think I'm going to pick a day and try to do 1 video a day a week, maybe 2 a week. I got to come up with days that best fit my time and schedule, and once I get contracts back, I can start figuring out that schedule. But I need to make more of a commitment with this, and that's kind of my 2020 goal with YouTube. Make more of a commitment, making channels, being on a regular base schedule. Yeah, so let me get the paperwork, because I haven't really done the paperwork yet, you know, because, you know, it's never this clean. I'll get that paperwork, and we'll show you how I kind of did the contracts over to for the spring and how I mailed them out. All right, I'll be right back. All right, lawn dogs. So this is what we did. Mark and I, well, Mark wrote up a letter from Clean Cuts, and he wrote it up explaining what's going on, and we mailed this letter out with a contract. So I'm gonna read it to you real quick. Dear Clean Cut clients, I hope your New Year's is off to a great start. I'm excited to share that Clean Cut Lawn Service is now Ulnar Lawn Care LLC. Clean Cut Lawn Service has really grown over the years and now requires a full-time owner. Jeff Foster, owner of Ulnar Lawn Care, will be taking over accounts. Jeff is a 10-year veteran as an Army medic and recently returned home to West Michigan this past summer. He lives with his family in Fremont and spent the last 6 months establishing his own business and working with Mark at Clean Cut Lawn Service. So you have likely already met him. Now I did, when I got back and after Mark brought this to my attention, I worked with him a lot. Well, I wouldn't say a lot. I worked with him a couple days a week over the late fall or late summer, helping him mow and learn his properties because we kind of knew this was happening. Yeah, so here we go. He is committed to the community of Fremont and is excited to offer his business service. Jeff will be working with the business full-time and will provide you with the consistent professional service you have grown to appreciate from Clean Cut. In fact, it should even be better. Jeff will be keeping many of the same employees that know your properties well, and Mark also will be working with me too. We have enclosed the detailed contract for your based on the service that you provided for the last season. You will notice that none of the pricing has changed. We did not raise any of pricing, as Jeff is committed to this transition. If you would like to discuss the contract or make changes, they can give me a call or send me an email and I can talk to them. If it looks good, please sign, mail it back to me to Ulnar Lawn Care, and the contact information is below. So that's the letter. The rest of it kind of goes in the instructions of the contract. I don't need to really realize it or read it all to you. But I'll go over how we did this. So this letter, we'd fold it in 3 so it fits in the envelope. Pretty simple. We'd use Clean Cuts envelope. So he had these made at a print shop in town. We'd use these Clean Cuts, shove these inside the envelope, right? All right. Contracts right here. This is one. This is to, well, my mom. I just kind of used her as an example, but anyway, it goes over the services that we offer, and what the services that we offer are like the maintenance and stuff like that. So what we'll do here is mail these out to the clients. Fold these up same way. And I did all this last week. So they're all out already. This one's not going out. This is all just going in the trash. And then mail these out to the customers. Now, what customers do is send those back to me either through email or mail, signed with what they want. What I did this year, Mark hasn't done it, and I mentioned to him that I was going to do it, and he thought it was a good idea. I put in envelopes for them, and I actually stamped them. So they're addressed to me, and they're stamped, so it makes it easier for them to send the contracts back to me. And I just fold this up and shoved it in there too, along with my business card. That's in that envelope. So that's how we mailed out the contracts last week. With Mark's clients, or I guess my clients now, with the new clients, my clients, I mailed out about 80 contracts. 25 of them are commercial-ish, right around there. So we'll see. And I know Mark called a lot of people. We called a lot of his... Here, let me fix this. Alright, sorry about that. I'm going to throw these away. Yeah, I'm in my pajamas, working from home. It's the best thing, business on the top, relax on the bottom, right? Anyway, so Mark called out his clients. A lot of his, some of them are personal friends, and some of them are acquaintances, go to church and stuff with him like that. But he called them up, and he got great feedback that a lot of them are going to stay with me. I know it's a chance I take. Could lose contracts. They could go out for other. They could go out for other bids, and I could get. I could lose some. I was hoping if I lose 10% of his clients, I'm okay with that as long as all my clients return. That makes up that 10%. But we'll see. I'll let you guys know as they come in. I'm hoping they start rolling in today. I mailed half out Thursday, the other half out Friday. Saturday I didn't get none back, so I'm hoping they start rolling in after this weekend. So anyway, that's the big news. That's what I wanted to let you guys know, and I apologize for not putting out more videos. I know this one was kind of boring, but exciting for me. I'm excited. I'm down here now, and right now I'm just trying to get everything organized. Getting everything into binders, getting ready, and then I gotta start doing getting the new vehicles and getting the new trucks and getting all that insured and licensed and all that stuff. So a lot of stuff to look up and work on. So all right, hey, I don't think this video is gonna be that long. Let's see, this one's, yeah, we'll see. I don't know, but anyway, hey, I'll try to get better at making these. All right, hey. Be kind to everyone. Hope you guys are having a good winter, good holidays. Just Jeff, out.